On this episode of the Exactly How podcast and YouTube show, we uncover exactly how to become a millionaire with real estate using the limitless mindset method.
You're listening to the Exactly How podcast, where you'll hear the underground, closely guarded wealth building secrets of successful people around the globe. Discover exactly how to improve your mental, physical, and financial health. Feel better, make more money, live, give, and prosper in today's exciting, fast-paced world filled with opportunity for those who know exactly how.
Welcome to the Exactly How podcast and YouTube show brought to you by ConnectInvestors. Now, during this episode, you'll discover exactly how to become a millionaire with real estate using the limitless mindset method. Now, for those of you who are new, my name is Sean Young, today's host and proud member of the Connected Investor community. Before I introduce you to our next incredible guest speaker today, I have a request that if at any point in the show you like what you're hearing, please hit the thumbs up so that you can subscribe to our show and not miss an episode. And make sure to look in the description of this episode as we've packed it with thousands of dollars in free information. Today, we have the privilege to learn from a woman who led her team to close as the broker of her brokerage over $37 million in sales when she was only 25 years of age. Prior to her career in real estate, she was a sales coordinator's assistant at a resort real estate office. But all that changed when she made a decision to do something, be the best she can be at it, and never look back. I would describe our next guest as limitless. I'd like to introduce you to the one, the only, Stacey Barenfuss. Stacey, thanks for being a guest on today's show today.
Thanks for the invite, John. I'm looking forward to chatting today.
So Stacey, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and where you're from?
Yes. So I am in Idaho, Boise, Idaho, and suburb Eagle, Idaho. And like I said, have a residential real estate team and focus on new construction and development. And most recently have done an 11-home custom subdivision in Eagle and focus on residential currently, and then training and mentoring agents to perform at a high level.
Congrats on that latest deal, by the way.
Thank you.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss an episode as well. Before we dive into exactly how to become a millionaire with real estate using Stacey's limitless mindset method, Stacey, you contribute a lot of your success to your time spent meditating each day. Why do you think this has played such a big role in your success?
Yes. So my philosophy is that if you come from a clear internal space, you can truly create in a limitless fashion externally. And so my commitment to my morning routine, which includes meditation, visualization, and focus on my short-term and long-term goals, helps me keep dialed in to, not only execute what I need to during the day to support what that long-term goal is, but I also am able to maintain a level of calm in the midst of, what can be very stressful and a lot of crazy. And so that morning routine has been my rocket fuel to do everything that I've done. And it's like a muscle, right? It's as you work it, you add different elements to it. And it's definitely been the thing that's helped me the most.
Absolutely, absolutely. What makes the Exactly How Financial Freedom podcast and YouTube show unique is that every show comes with a detailed action plan. We pull the steps out of the show and create a blueprint on how to implement exactly what we're uncovering. All you have to do is visit ConnectInvestors.com/free to get the key takeaways and the resources and the free gifts that Stacey has generously allowed us to give you today. Now, plus, you're going to get our free training right now if you text the word exactly to 910-600-0630. Again, you want to text the word exactly to 910-600-0630 to see for yourself exactly how I make my money each and every day, guys. Now, what you're going to do is find properties in any town for pennies on the dollar. Now, this is software that I use every day to make my money, so go ahead and take a look at it, guys. As nearly 1 million people know, Connected Investors is a social network of real estate investors and a marketplace of investment properties. In the description of this video, I've included a link to this episode's forum discussion. So Stacey, let's dive into the steps to becoming a millionaire with real estate using your limitless mindset method. Before the show, we broke it down into the 3 steps. That's having a rock solid foundation, choosing 3 avenues within real estate, and tracking your numbers to ensure that you achieve your goals of becoming a millionaire. Can you tell us a little bit more about step 1?
Yes, absolutely. So starting with a rock solid foundation is paramount to ensure sustainable long-term success. And so diving into that deeper, what that looks like is making sure where you're coming from internally is clear and calm so that you can focus on what you're doing, move quickly, work smart, and be able to build something that's worth it and sustainable, right? So first, looking at that rock solid foundation, what that looks like is, I call it the triple threat. So it is a 3-minute meditation every morning. It's super simple. And even if you get caught up during the day, you can use it like before a super stressful meeting or something that's kind of thrown you off during the day. So 3-minute meditation. And then I focus on what are the 3 things that I'm grateful for. So that's number 2. The third part is, what are my top 3 goals? And so I, get calm, get focused on gratitude, and then focus on those top 3 goals so that I am primed and ready to rock and roll for the day.
That is awesome. I love that. I just love how you have a method of approaching the business. You're not just going out there saying, hey, I'm just going to wake up and do it. You're saying, I'm going to prepare myself for success the best way that I possibly know how to do it. That's why I definitely love that.
Preparation and opportunity, right, is success.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like they say, if you're not prepared for success, how are you going to be able to receive it when it comes knocking on your door? So
exactly.
Prepare to fail, or what's that phrase? Prepare to fail or fail to prepare. If you fail to prepare, you might as well prepare to fail.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Which brings us into step 2, which is choosing 3 avenues within real estate.
Yeah, so when you are analyzing the path you want to take in real estate to build your empire, as I say, if you can focus on one avenue, that's great. But what I say is, do not expand beyond 3 avenues. And the avenues I'm talking about are apartments, as an example, developments, as an example, and residential, flip investment homes. Diversifying beyond 3 is too much, and it gets diluted. You can't handle it. And frankly, again, if you can focus on one, that's super powerful. You can be a master at it, and but just don't go above the 3. And so when you are creating this plan, it's helpful to decide on those top 3 or less, and create your goals alongside those 3 of what it is with each investment. How much money do you want to make? And make sure that the 3 together, obviously, equal the goal that you're after. Once you do that, then you need to back into that number even more so by figuring out how are you going to secure those investments. So, are there developments that you've had your eyes on? Are there flips that you have your eyes on? If not, what tools, resources can you use consistently to get those prospective opportunities lined up so that, you're working it like a business every day. You're hitting X, amount of numbers. You're knocking on X amount of doors, whatever the case may be, to focus on those 3 avenues so that you can then reach your goals.
I think that is huge. I think that is hugely important. There's a book that a mentor of mine suggested called The One Thing. And, I suggest you guys read that book as well. It's a great book, and it, really dives into being focused and not kind of spreading yourself too thin, all over the place and not getting anything accomplished, which is definitely not what we want to happen. So I definitely like how you said, focus in on 3 areas. Don't try to, do any and everything that is available in real estate investing. Find your niche, figure out what your tools are. And for our listeners out there, you guys are very much aware that, we have the Pen 5 version that's out right now that will allow you to find, these residential properties that Stacy mentioned, so those are tools. That's an example of a tool that you guys will need for your business. So I love that. I love everything that you just said, and didn't want to stop your thunder there. But that brings us into step 3, which is tracking your numbers to achieve your goal of becoming a millionaire.
Yes. So, if you go out and you create all of this amazing success, but don't track those numbers, I guarantee that it will all go out the other door, right? Because money in, money out, not tracked and instructed where to go, it's going to go to everyone else. That's just how it works, right? So being really mindful of which tools are you going to use alongside the investments or opportunities that you're pursuing that you can rely on to control your costs and track your numbers. There are a lot of templates out there, resources, where it's a simple Excel spreadsheet, simple Google Sheet online that you can track your budgeting, because it looks really good up front, but as you get into it, there's always more costs. And so being really mindful of those numbers and controlling those numbers so that every time you're hitting your goal is step 3. And so important to, kind of tie the bow on the whole package of these 3 steps. Because if you do everything up to this point, but don't manage those numbers, then you're basically, back to where you started. So very important.
Indeed, I would 100% agree. And guys, that's something that we call those KPIs or key performance indicators. You want to know what your numbers are. If you're not tracking your numbers, guys, how you're not really, like Stacy said, you're not really having a true business mindset. You have to know what's going out and what's going in to know where you lie within that business. Where's your profit? Is there profit? What areas should you focus more on or pull a little bit away from? And without tracking your numbers, you just won't know that. So I definitely love step 3 as well. Very important.
Yes, numbers are definitely the language of business. Someone said that. And it's like understanding any new venture or existing venture, knowing the language of what it takes to be successful is paramount.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Stacy, I know that you said, try to pick maybe 3 areas to choose. But if someone was just getting started and, they had a little bit of money available to invest, which area would you say that they should maybe focus on first before they go into those other areas? Or would you say maybe try to approach them all? What is your philosophy on that?
Yeah, so if you're just starting out, what I suggest is make sure you're familiar and well educated with what your local market is doing, and start out with a singular flip. Or maybe you could purchase a duplex and live in one side, and start building that up, where the other rents that you receive could potentially be that cash flow, so you're able to build that investment, and then from there you can leverage into going into what apartment complex or development. But I think that's a great place to start because it's safe and certain, as safe and certain as real estate could be, and allows you to get started.
Understood. That makes sense. So I just want to kind of make sure that we got advice from Stacy on that, because, sometimes folks are just a little confused. They're like, man, I'm interested in apartments because I think I can make a lot of money in that area, or, they're just not sure where to go. Or they're like, hey, I like that center I saw over there, this business center that I saw that looks vacant. I'm wondering if I could buy it. So I'm glad that you really broke that down and, let folks know that, hey, you might want to start out with a residential flip, get your funds up, build up your capital, and through, leveraging, having funds, you'll be able to leverage even more capital on those bigger deals and on those bigger projects.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, guys, as a reminder, if at any point in the show you like what you're hearing, I want to make sure that you please give us a thumbs up or subscribe to this show so that you don't miss an episode and that you stay engaged, because it's your engagement that keeps us doing this for the community for free. Now, Stacy, what do you think your life would be like if you never made the decision to do something and you were still working as a sales coordinator's assistant?
Wow. Thinking and reflecting on that brings me back to just the answer of, I think I would still be in a position similar to that. The thing that's so great about real estate is there are no limits. You can build whatever type of business you want to build and express creativity through it, put your personality out there. And if I didn't decide to take action, I would definitely, be stuck where I was before. So I'm very happy that I made that decision. I encourage others to do the same.
Hey, I love that, how you say, real estate opened up other areas and other avenues for you as well, because I definitely agree with that. Like Ross, myself, we're authors, we do real estate. Ross has a company. I have different companies. I mean, it definitely opens you and moves you into different areas by providing that workable capital that you need to get started. to get other, to get other things off the ground and going for you. So I love real estate as well as a foundation.
Yes.
Now, Stacy, you've made it to the part in the show that we call the rapid fire session. Now, I'm going to ask you 10 quick questions. And during these questions, you just give me the first answer that comes to mind.
Sounds great.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how strict were your parents?
8. Yes.
Get up early or stay up late?
Get up early.
How many hours of sleep do you get?
6.
Okay. Favorite or last book read?
Money is an Illusion by Kyle Cease. Really like that one.
Okay. Now, Stacy, if you could be any superhero, who would it be?
Iron Man. I love that.
We get that one a lot. That's interesting. A lot of folks say Iron Man.
Yes,
a lot of people say because he's a regular guy who's very smart and rich and, use his intelligence and money to do superhero things. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, something that everyone should do less of.
Watch TV.
Something everyone should do more of.
Enjoy nature.
Okay. Bitcoin, bang or bust?
Best.
Will people live on Mars in your lifetime?
No.
Okay. Well, Stacy, first I want to say thank you for being an awesome guest today. And if folks out there want to get a hold of you, how can they reach you out there?
Yes, the best way is to visit my website, which is limitlesswithstacyb.com. My last name is very long, so most people call me Stacy B.
Stacy B, love it. Well, Stacy, like I said, I've learned a lot. I hope our guests have gotten a lot out of this show today. And guys, you've made it to the end of the show, and most people don't finish what they start. So you guys are special. Now, if you got any value out of today's show, please share it with a friend or on your Facebook page. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and send us any topics that you want to learn about. Now, like I said earlier, guys, millions of people use the Connect Investor social network and marketplace to connect. Now, in the description of this episode, we've included a link to this episode's discussion. Tap that link, ask me and other pros questions, and see what other investors are saying about this particular episode. So until the next time, guys, I'll see you on the inside. Take it easy.
The Connected Investors app connects you with investors, notifies you of available properties, helps locate cash buyers, and secure private funding to close deals. Set up in seconds to become a member of the Connected Investors social network. Now you can scroll through your main feed to find cash buyers, see investment properties not available to the general public, and network with investors by adding your own comments to a thread to keep the conversation going. The Control Center is your connection to add properties to sell, start new discussions, connect with local investors, and even find private funding. The Notifications tab will keep you alerted to new investment properties and offers. You'll also find new friend requests to connect directly with the community to build your network. From the property marketplace, you'll be able to find, favorite, and make offers on investment properties. Download Connected Investors today to find, figure, fund, and flip investment properties on the go.